Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at Zacian. Now, of course, since Zacian V came out, it has been just absolutely taking over the game. It has positioned itself as one of the very, very best cards for a long time, put it that way. It's been an absolute phenomenal powerhouse of a card. And now we've got an amazing rare, the new type of card that's coming around in the new set in Japan. Question is, amazing rare Zacian? Is it actually amazing? Well, our translation comes from the lovely Antoine Boulet, stop me if you've heard that before, and it is a psychic Zacian. All the ones we've seen so far have been metal, so that's kind of cool. 110 HP seems about right for the bigger, amazing rares, so I'm okay with that. Retreat cost of 2 does allow free retreat with air balloon, so I'm okay with that. Weakness to metal, because it's fairy type, is a little bit weird to see, if I'm honest with you. And there are a few out there that could potentially take advantage of this. But overall, it's not the worst weakness to have. The biggest metal Pokemon around is Zacian V, and they're going to get an easy one-hit KO anyway. And it is a psychic Pokemon, though rotation is robbing us of Malamar to accelerate energy, Mysterious Treasure to search it out, and Spell Tag to drop extra damage. But I suppose it does mean we're still hitting weakness against Mewtwo and Mew, and that is extremely relevant. We'll get there in a moment. So you know what? I'm kind of alright with this. And the really weird thing is, we're seeing an amazing rare with 2 attacks, which some of them do, but a lot of the ones we've seen so far don't. First attack, 1 colorless energy, 30 damage, attach a basic energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Now, I am in a couple of minds about this. First of all, the whole 30 damage and attach an energy for 1 energy on a basic, we've seen this time and again with Pokemon like Yveltal and Registeel, and it's not exactly a new thing. But we usually use these Pokemon to attach to the bench, and that's not some weird coincidence. The reason we use them to attach to the bench is because if you attach to yourself and then you get KO'd, it's over. You've wasted your attack. What I like about this is it does do a bit of damage in the process, and it could actually be relevant. Mew is a Pokemon that has 60 HP and a weakness to Psychic, and Mew's got that amazing ability which protects your bench. So actually, I do expect Mew to still see a huge amount of play post-rotation, and it's not often that Mew's going to be in the active opposite this, but it's going to happen occasionally, and that's really kind of cool that this will actually get KOs. Like the whole accelerating energy to yourself, I've never been a huge fan of, but if you can take some cheeky KOs while you do so, I might be changing my mind. Plus, Jinx is still a pretty nice Pokemon that's out there. Really good in Spiritomb decks, and if you have a Vitality Band and hit for 40 with weakness, you'll be getting Jinx. There will genuinely be opportunities to get KOs with this, so I'm not as mad at this attack as I usually am at similar attacks. But you gotta remember, this is an amazing rare, and we basically know 3 things about amazing rares. Number 1, they're all going to be basics. Number 2, they're all going to be legendaries. Number 3, they're all going to have attack costs with 3 different types of energy. And the great news here is that you attach any energy to Zacian, then you can attach an energy from the discard pile, then next turn you attach that 3rd kind of energy, and you're off and rolling. This could work, especially if you go second, turn 1 get a cheeky KO with this, and turn 2 you're ready to go. I'm kind of loving it. Now as for that second attack, 1 grass, 1 psychic, 1 metal, 150 damage. If your opponent has a Pokemon VMAX in play, this attack does 150 more damage. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's important to note, our translation from Antoine, and Antoine's pretty gosh darn good at this, says if they have a Pokemon VMAX in play. You don't have to be attacking a VMAX, they just need to have a VMAX in play. And that's awesome. It basically means that any tag team will go down. Remember, the biggest tag team we've had, there are a couple like Magikarp and Wailord at 300 HP. Oh, wait, you're going down. Now, VMAXs, it will get the weaker ones like Morpeko. It won't get many VMAXs. But then again, you can do stuff like play Vitality Band, play Galarian Zigzagoon, etc. And let's face it, right? Let's say you don't get a KO with this. As a VMAX, you've got more than 300 HP, you don't get a KO. Fine. You're doing 300 damage on a single prize Pokemon. We can live with this, ladies and gentlemen. We can totally live with this. I love this. I think this is really, really, really good. 300 damage is just nuts. And okay, fine, it's not for everyone, but remember, 150 damage is not to be sneezed at. With a Vitality, I know I keep mentioning Vitality Band, but it keeps hitting the numbers. With a Vitality Band, that's a KO on Dedenne GX, there's 2 prizes. If you're hitting weakness against something like Mewtwo and Mew, there's a KO for 3 prizes. Pretty much any single prize Pokemon will go down in one hit to this. And when you're getting basically all the single prize Pokemon, and you're getting things like Mewtwo and Mew, and you're getting stuff like Dedenne, I'm kind of in favor of this. And that's when you're not hitting 300 damage. When you are hitting 300 damage, essentially the only things you're not getting a one-hit KO on are VMAXs. And all you need to do is spread a little bit of damage around here or there. Poke with something early doors. Remember, if you poke away with Zacian to do 30 and then hit, that is 330, and that will get all but the biggest VMAXs like Snorlax. I think there is so much potential here. Like, seriously, so much potential. And the first attack actually combos just phenomenally. Because the first attack lets you get an energy. Turn 1, any energy. And again, the fact that the first attack is colorless is huge. You then get energy number 2 using the attack, attach energy number 3, and you're actually off and rolling. And let's be clear, right, outside of that, it's an amazing rare. Amazing rares are very difficult to pay the attack cost. You can use stuff like Aurora Energy, but the issue you have with stuff like Aurora Energy is that you have to discard a card from your hand to play it, and then your opponent can drop something like a Giratina, and you're manually attaching for 3 turns, and it gets very, very awkward. Now, you can use something like Metal Patch, or Metal Saucer, should be called Metal Patch really, and Energy Switch. That would be a combo that would work. It's a slightly awkward combo, but it would work. Similarly, we've got Turbo Patch. That is the new card that lets you flip a coin. If heads, you get to attach a basic energy from your discard pile to a basic non-GX Pokemon. So that'll work very nicely. Incidentally, you can go second and get this going turn 1 for 150 damage. Obviously, if your opponent has only had 1 turn, they're not going to have a VMAX on the field, but you can still get stuff like a Mewtwo and Mew, so I'm still not terribly upset about this. And then, of course, there is Porygon Z. And one of the decks I am really excited to make post-rotation, when we get this set, one of the decks I'm really excited to make is Porygon Z with all of these amazing rares. Playing stuff like Aurora Energy and all kinds of other weird special energy, just to go a little bit nuts and have a little bit of fun. And play all of these Pokemon. Although, to be fair, we are losing Rainbow Energy and we are losing Unit Energy, all of them. So it is actually kind of upsetting that we are losing all of those just as Porygon Z would become potentially amazing. But you never know, we might get more special energies between now and then. Let's not cry too hard. And actually, while we're here and talking about special energy, don't forget you can use Horror Energy with this. If it's attached to a Pokemon that is psychic and they get damaged by an attack, you get to put 2 damage counters on the attacker. which means that then your 300 becomes 320, and then that will get the majority of VMAXs. At the end of the day, like all of the amazing rares we've seen so far, yes, this attack cost is brutal, but given that we've got the first attack, and given how much damage you're doing and how many key KOs you can get, I'm giving this 4 Wassies. I think it's worth it. I like this. And it really does seem like Pokemon are basically saying, yeah, we like Zacian. Zacian is definitely going to be our boy. Hey-ho. I'd like to know if Zacian's your boy, and I'd like to know what you think about this card. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Me nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassie, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, or you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.